gorgeous people. I am back at my happy place, my zen place, and that's Melbourne Tullamarine Airport. I'm seated here at the Harbour Lounge with my mum because we are going to be spending the next few weeks travelling and eating our way through Malaysia and Singapore. Sorry, Malaysia and Thailand. I think in my mind I want to go back to Singapore, but we're going to Thailand instead. In fact, I'm going to be visiting Thailand twice this year, now and then later in the year as well. We are seated here in the Harbour Lounge. We just had a little bit of breakfast, which, to be honest, was somewhat lackluster. Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting, but I thought there'd be a little more. There's plenty of seating. It's a Saturday and the airport, surprisingly, is empty. We got through security and immigration in under 10 minutes. It was really quick. It's currently 11:23 a.m. and we don't board our Malaysia Airlines flight MH148 from Melbourne to Kuala Lumpur till 12:25 a.m. or p.m. I'm very excited because we are flying on an Airbus A330-900 Neo or Neo. It's the very first A330 Neo I've ever flown on, and I'm really excited. I love the A330 family of aircrafts, and this is the very first time I'm going to be on the new engine option model.
pintu, saluran kecemasan dan lubang berpasang barisan pertama tempat duduk. Hati-hati saya membuka ruang penyimpanan jangka, merokok dan penggunaan rokok elektronik dilarang sama sekali. Mengejas alat tersebut juga tidak dikenalkan. Kami ingin meningkatkan power alat penetas mudah alih atau power bank mesti sentiasa di bawah bersama anda dan tidak dibenarkan disimpan di ruang penyimpanan di atas. Sila simpan di dalam beg tangan anda dan letakkan di bawah tempat duduk atau di dalam satu tempat duduk di depan anda. Pengejas atau penggunaan alat pengejas mudah alih sepanjang penerbangan ini tidak dibenarkan. Penggunaan peralatan elektronik tidak dibenarkan semasa demonstrasi keselamatan. Atas sebab keselamatan dan security, penumpang diingatkan untuk menjaga barangan berharga dan barangan pribadi sepanjang masa. Sila ambil perhatian kepada semua pengumuman yang dibuat di dalam penerbangan ini. Terima kasih. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please store your belongings and large electronic items in the overhead compartment. Keep hydrogen under the seat in front of you. The emergency exit area, out and bucket area must be made clear of obstruction. Be careful when opening the overhead compartment. Smoking, within the usage and recharging of electronic cigarette is prohibited. It must be safely kept in your baggage. We wish to remind you that power banks must be kept with you at all times and should not be placed in the overhead compartment. Kindly store them in your carry-on baggage under the seat or in the seat pocket in front of you. Charging or using power banks throughout the flight is strictly prohibited. You may use your electronic devices that have been switched to flight mode. However, you are not allowed to use them during the safety demonstration. For safety and security reasons, passengers are reminded to look after your valuables and personal belongings at all times. In the interest of your safety and comfort, kindly be aware of any announcements made in the aircraft. Thank you.
As I mentioned at the start of the ride, it's tempting to not go. Let's face it, we've heard this all before. This perhaps
Really not that typical. Seatbelts are mystical, but simply being careful. It's like the
I'd just like to talk about the catering on this flight on MH148. We started off with Malaysia Airlines peanuts. Now, I cannot tell you how much I love Malaysia Airlines. Gotcha, they're peanuts. We then moved on to satay. Oh my god. Malaysia Airlines satay is the best in the world. The chicken was tender and marinated to perfection. The beef was tender, maybe a tiny bit dry, but the flavour was there. But the winner was that satay peanut sauce. Oh my god, it wasn't too sweet. It had amazing spice and a tiny bit of bite to it. It was perfect. Moving on to lunch, we started off with a tuna tartare. That was actually really nice, and it was cooked to perfection. It was still raw in the centre, which is exactly how I like my tuna. For the main course, I originally wanted the Hainanese chicken rice because I love Hainanese chicken rice. In fact, in Penang, you're going to see me eat a lot of Hainan chicken rice. Unfortunately, they ran out. Actually, no, they didn't run out. I got the very last Hainan chicken rice, but Mum actually wanted that as well, so I gave my Hainan chicken rice to Mum, and I had the beef brisket instead with mac and cheese and Tuscan roast veggies. I don't know how they cooked that beef brisket, but it was literally melt in your mouth. You don't need cutlery. Just in case you didn't know, I'm Asian. We love fat, we love sinew. The 2 pieces of beef brisket that came with the main course, it had a beautiful layer of fat on it. Oh my goodness, I was in beef fatty heaven. That garlic jus, oh my god, I dumped all my veggies in it. I smothered my beef medallion, my beef brisket in it. It was just spectacular. I even dabbed it, some of that garlic jus on the mac and cheese, and it just upped it. For dessert, it was, a passable white chocolate passion fruit dessert. There's nothing special about it, but I ate all of it.
evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ilham, your pilot speaking. Currently, we are maintaining at the altitude of 28,000 feet above sea level. Cabin crew, be seated for landing.
Tuan-tuan, puan-puan dan adik-adik sekalian, selamat datang ke lapangan terbang antarabangsa KL Terminal 1. Kepada pelawat, selamat datang ke Malaysia dan kepada warga negara, selamat pulang ke tanah air. Sila berada di tempat duduk anda dan pasangkan dekleda sehingga tanda isyarat tersebut dipadamkan. Berhati-hati semasa membuka ruang penyimpanan di atas dan pastikan barangan anda telah diambil. Anda dibenarkan menggunakan peralatan elektronik mudah alih dengan perkhidmatan selular sekarang. Penumpang transit dinasihatkan untuk mendapatkan maklumat pintu pelepas di skrin paparan maklumat penerbangan atau ke kaunter pertukaran untuk mendapatkan panduan. Anda dikendaki berada di pintu pelepas 30 minit sebelum waktu pelepasan. Kegagalan membuat demikian akan menyebabkan anda tidak diterima masuk untuk penerbangan. Terima kasih kerana terbang bersama Malaysia Airlines yang juga ahli OneWorld dan kami harap anda telah menikmati layanan Malaysian hospitality kami. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to KL International Airport Terminal 1. To our visitors, selamat datang to Malaysia, and to all Malaysians, welcome home. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is switched off. Be careful when opening the overhead compartment and remember to take all your belongings with you. You may now use your portable electronic device with cellular network. Transit passengers advised to check flight information display screen or proceed to the transfer desk word system. You are required to be at your departure gate 30 minutes prior to departure time to avoid being denied boarding. It's been our pleasure seeing you. Thank you for flying Malaysia Airlines, member of OneWorld Alliance, and we hope you have enjoyed our Malaysian hospitality. Parents and guardians with infants who were handed infant life vest and infant seatbelt are reminded to leave the items in the seat pocket. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, for your information, you may claim your baggage at Carousel G. G for golf. Thank you.